awesome. God, it's just... that kind of sounds like a Stitch whispering. You know, like Lilo and Stitch. It also sounds like I'm about to throw up. Fox boyfriend pukes on your lap ASMR. Now that's a title I would click. Also about Stitch, just remembered something because this is like weird Nintendogs-ish game on the DS where you have to take care of like random Disney characters, and Stitch is one of them. So he's like your little pet in that game. Very, 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 very bizarre little game. And there goes the next car. If Roombas were Pokemon, they would make the sound. Next time somebody asks you to name a structure that you can go inside of that is part of a bigger structure, then you can just say because a room, it's part of a house that's a bigger structure. And I don't know why I'm explaining this, you guys are not as what's the right word for it? Not stupid. Silly. You guys are not as silly as me. I think you might need explanations to understand my non-existent trail of thought. Speaking of things that don't exist, how about a subscription to me? You know, in case you haven't subscribed yet. I hate cars so much. You have got a lot more brain power than me. I am pretty sure you know what to do now. You know how to press buttons. Speaking of buttons, what is your favorite button? You know, like on a controller. I honestly cannot think of a favorite button, but I definitely know my least favorite buttons, and those are the L and R buttons from the Nintendo DS, because they always broke on my DS and also on my friends' DS consoles. They are also broken. First time I ever got to play on a DS with buttons that actually worked was like, I don't know, like 7 years ago or so, when I actually bought my very first own console. You know, like, I had consoles before that, but that was the first one I bought with my own money that I actually earned. I did a lot of silly little odd jobs in my neighborhood to save up the money. was as odd as that one time where my friend gave me $20, and I'm gonna spare you the details. That was totally worth it. I mean, nowadays a DS is like just 50, maybe, probably even less. Like, I managed to get a 2DS for 35 at some point, and it came with a charger and a case and like 8 games. Mostly like not very valuable ones. Like the only one that was somewhat valuable was Mario 3D Land, and I already had one. And it's only worth like $10. So not valuable at all. But still 8 games, a case, a charger, and a 2DS, but there is a but. And that's that the D-pad didn't work. But, I already knew that before getting it. I figured it would still be worth it. What about you? Have you made any purchases where you're 100% sure that was worth it? I find it very, very difficult because I always have the fear that I missed something, that I didn't research enough to find the best offering. Speaking of great deals, this video is one of them. It is absolutely furry. Isn't that a steal? Have you ever stolen something? I know I have. And I'm actually being serious. Like, when I was very little, I definitely stole some stuff because I was a stupid child. But never like from any store, because I was not that stupid. Like, I knew I would get caught if I stole at a store with surveillance and those beeping things. So I mostly just stole from random people. God, I hate children. I mean, if I was already like that bad, then I don't want to know how bad these kids nowadays have to be. just some decorations like balloons and all that. And there were also like these letters hung up on the wall, and they were supposed to spell happy birthday. But she doesn't know any English, so it's more like happy Brit Day. I definitely expected her to do something similar to that, but I did not expect her to spell it wrong. That was definitely a nice little surprise there. But I actually generally don't really like to celebrate my birthday. I just get calls from many people, and I find it very, very annoying to answer. But I still appreciate the nice gesture. I know that I am very, very lucky to have someone that cares, and to even have multiple of those someone. If you do not have someone, maybe I can be the first. What do you say about that? I'd gladly do it. Everyone deserves some love, especially on special days like that. But you know what special day it is not today? It's not Christmas. And it's not drive your car as loud as you fucking can day, but people still do it. And you know, despite it not being Christmas, Maria Carey or Kelly, I don't remember the name, but yeah, she is unfreezing. She is defrosting the very moment we speak right now. So, I don't know, run for your lives, I guess. You gotta go to a soundproof shelter thingy when no sound comes in, and save yourself from the apocalypse. Unless you're working in retail, in that case, you poor little thing. I will go outside and punch the next car driver I see. That is what a person without self-control would say, and I'm not that, am I? Now I forgot what I was talking about. Too much nonsense. That is what happens when you're very fluent at a language. Sometimes it just becomes a little too much. Like you're forgetting how to speak normally, speak your mother tongue. And now I'm talking like nonsense things right here, but here's something like real, something I've been experiencing for quite some time now, and it's that I forget words in German, but I know them in English. Not sure how relatable sometimes I would ask, like, hey, what is this English word in German? And then it's like the exact same word, but with German pronunciation, and I'm like in complete awe because I had no idea that that word exists in German. I can't think of an example right now, but that has happened like at least twice at this point. I know another thing that will happen at least twice. Someone will leave a like on this video. That will happen more than 2 times. Probably. Hopefully. And I'm also hoping that I can stay here a little longer with you, but time's telling me otherwise. How unfortunate. And good night, little cutie. I hope you enjoyed this nonsensical ramble.